Hi everyone. I hope you are doing well, having a great day, whether that be morning, night, afternoon, wherever you are. So wherever you are, welcome to Safe Space. This is a podcast where I'll be talking about self-development, spirituality, health, wellness, and self-love, and all of that good stuff based on my personal experiences and the experiences that I go through or that I'm going through on my personal journey, all in a safe space. So before we get started, come back to the present moment with me by taking a deep breath in and taking a deep breath out. And just relax your mind, your body, release tension, and all in a safe space, whether that be in an external environment or whether that be within. So I just want to be talking about today, or the thought or the realization that I just had about seeing the gray between the black and white. Essentially, seeing things from a different perspective or point of view, or, not just thinking that your point of view or your perspective is the only thing that exists or matters, and really putting yourself in someone else's shoes as to why they are doing or not doing something. That is empathy, and that is unconditional love, that is understanding and stuff. I don't know if I've mentioned this before in other videos or whatnot, but for a long time I was suffering with BPD, which is borderline personality disorder. And not to say that I'm completely over it, but I am definitely overcoming it slowly but surely. And one of the aspects of borderline personality disorder is all or nothing thinking, black and white thinking. An example, like, why does this have to happen to me, blah blah blah. It's, you catastrophize, you think something is all good or all bad, you don't see the gray in between. But something that I had to learn was that life is not black and white. Life is gray. Life obviously is beautiful, full of colors, but what I'm trying to say here is that in life you need to find that in between, which is that gray. You need to find the in between the black and the white. And usually when us individuals, or me especially, when I get emotional about something, it's so hard for me to see the gray and the in between. My inner child, or my protector parts, only sees the black and white because it's a form of protection, it's a form of survival, right? You're not able to see the gray, the in between of a certain situation. And something that I've learned in order to see this in between of a situation, or the gray of a situation, is that if I'm really emotional about something, I tend to want to act impulsively or react to that certain situation, to what I'm feeling, because I just want to get rid of the feeling or distract the feeling right away. But something I've learned that that's not the way to go, because when emotions are high, intelligence is low. So what I've had to learn in order to essentially self-soothe myself, or just be with my emotions and handle my emotions, is whatever I want to act out, I have to do the opposite. So like, let's just say I want to say something to somebody or text them, but I'm being emotional. What's the opposite? Not texting, not saying anything, and just taking a deep breath. And today I had that whole, I don't know, let's just say breakdown. I have a lot of breakdowns because I'm in the process of just this journey of healing and whatnot. But today I can say I'm really proud of the way I handled the way I was feeling. I was able to find that in between, that gray between the black and the white. So what I had to do was that I had to acknowledge what I was feeling, why I was feeling that way, getting to the root of that certain reaction, because a reaction is just your emotion is your body's reaction to the thoughts that you're thinking. So I had to get to the root of that, why I was feeling that way, thinking that way and stuff. And I acknowledged it. And that's so important to acknowledge, like, why you're thinking these things, why you're feeling these things and whatnot. So then in order for me to see the in-between, I had to look at a different perspective and be like, okay, for example, if I was in this person's shoes right now, why am I not doing what the other person wants me to do? And I had a whole list of these things, and I'm like, wow, you know? Because that's like sometimes the issue when it comes to situations like this. Usually we're not able to see different perspectives, and we think that our only perspective is what matters. We think, why me? How come this person's not doing this? How come I'm the only one who cares? But that's not true. We never know what the other person is thinking or what they're going through and whatnot. It's all about that perspective shift and just being able to like handle your emotions and calm yourself down. Because a lot of the time when we jump to conclusions about something, it's because our inner child or our protector parts just want to feel safe and just wants to get rid of that negative feeling right away. But it's so important to acknowledge the negative feeling, why we're feeling that negative feeling, trace it back to the root, and look at things from a different point of view and perspective, and just realize that everything is going to be okay. So that is all I would like to talk about today on this episode, and I will see you next time in a safe space.